Research SKUAST Kashmir, Honorable Guest of Honor, Professor Rehana Kant, the Dean Faculty of Agriculture, Wadura, respected heads of divisions, professors and the trainees. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Tarak, a UG second year scholar of this faculty. Welcome you all to this one-week advanced ESDP program on vermicomposting technology, a sustainable livelihood option for rural farming community of Kashmir. Sponsored by the Ministry of Micro, Small, Medium Enterprises, New Delhi, organized by the Division of Basic Sciences and Humanities, Faculty of Agriculture, Wadura. Indeed, an informative program, dear audience. Before the details, for a formal welcome address, may I request Professor Mushtaq Ah Malik, Head Division of Basic Sciences and Humanities, to come on the dais. Over to you, sir.
Esteemed Chief Guest, Professor Manzoor Emeritus Professor and Founder and Director of Research, SKUAST-K, and Worthy Dean, Faculty of Agriculture, Professor Sajad Ah Bhat, respected HODs, dear colleagues, and my dear participants. Good morning. I am honored to stand before you to extend a warm and cordial welcome to all of you on this occasion as we gather to inaugurate two MSME-sponsored training programs, or city development training programs. The first one is on vermicomposting technology, a sustainable livelihood option for rural farming community of Kashmir. Sir, as you know, our rural community depends mostly on agriculture, but it is the sole, we can say, the source of livelihood. Vermicomposting offers a unique path for prosperity. It not only addresses the challenge of organic waste management, but also enhances soil fertility and crop yields, thereby boosting the income of our farmers. Besides this, it also encourages our youth to become entrepreneurs. Now I am delighted, sir, to see a group of enthusiastic participants who have come together to explore the potential of this sustainable technology. The training program has been meticulously designed to equip all the participants with knowledge, skill, and hands-on experience to harness the potential of this technology. Over the next week, all of the participants will understand the science behind this technology. They will also learn how to establish their vermicompost units and also how to market and sell their compost. Dear trainees, I request you to engage yourself in all the sessions actively. Ask questions and share your experiences, because the success of these training programs depends on your enthusiasm and dedication. So the second program we are going to inaugurate today is related to dairy farming. It is also an MSME sponsored training program. I think for 1 week, Dr. Manzoor is the training coordinator of this program. It's on making the dairy farming a profitable venture by enhancing dairy skills. The objectives, there are 3 objectives of this training program. Number 1 is to enhance the skill and knowledge of aspiring and existing dairy farmers. Number 2, to provide better insight into the dairy farming as an enterprise. And number 3, the most important one, is to enhance the quality and the quantity of milk production. We are grateful to Professor Aziz for accepting our invitation to be the chief guest at this function. So, in conclusion, I again welcome you all and extend my sincere gratitude for your presence. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Dear audience, today we also have, as sir already said, we have the inaugural ceremony of one more program. That's on making dairy farming a profitable venture by enhancing dairy skills. It's an honor to have our guests with us today. I request our Dean Faculty of Agriculture to present token of love and respect to our chief guest, Mr. M. Y. Brother. Ma'am, please, can we have a huge round of applause? Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, I request Head Division of Basic Sciences and Humanities, Professor Mushtaq Ah Malik, to present token of love and respect to our Dean Faculty of Agriculture, Professor Sajad Ah Thank you so much, ma'am. I request Dean ma'am to present token of love and respect to HOD Basic Sciences and Humanities, Professor Mushtaq Ah Malik. Thank you so much. Now I request our chief guest, Professor Zadgar, to present a token of love and respect to the training coordinator, Dr. Malik. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, everyone. The trainees of this program are the most integral part. I request all the trainees to introduce themselves and be the best part and the limelight of the event, starting from you, sir.
नाम ये मजूर है और मैं कुमार से ग्रेजुएट Aziz from Rajori qualification BSc Agriculture.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Malik. I have done my BSc and I'm here pursuing my GPB and I'm from Srinagar.
My name is Malik Asif. I am from Rajori and I am pursuing MSME Agronomy from Division of Agronomy.
Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon to all of you. My name is Aziz. I am pursuing PhD in Division of Genetics and Plant Breeding, and I have registered for 1 week training program on vermicomposting training. Thank you.
Good afternoon everyone. Assalamu alaikum. Myself Manzoor Ah Yatoo. I am from Srinagar. I am pursuing MSc Agronomy in this college.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Shamsuzia. I am from Sajad Ah Bhat. I am doing masters in tourism and travel.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Prog. I have done MBA. I am from Manzoor.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mushtaq Ah Malik and I am from Wadura. I am currently pursuing masters in environmental science. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Irfan Said. I am from Wadura.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mohammed Ismail from Wadura.
My name is Manzoor Ah Yatoo. I am from Wadura. I am currently a student and director of Prog. I am already dealing with composting. I am pursuing my entrepreneurship through university. Assalamu alaikum.
My name is Ashraf from Manzoor Ah Yatoo. I have done BSc from Prog. Good afternoon all. My name is Wadura. I am from West Bengal. Currently pursuing MSc in Entomology in this faculty.
I am from Maharashtra. I am pursuing my MSc My name is Hadia. I am from Sopur, currently pursuing PhD in agronomy.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Dr. Jamshid. I am from Wadura. I am currently pursuing PhD in agronomy.
My name is Gausia, pursuing PhD in agronomy.
Thank you so much, everyone. Agriculture is our wisest pursuit because it will in the end contribute most to the real wealth, good morals and happiness. And investments in agriculture are the best weapons against hunger and poverty, and they have made life better for billions of people. This training program is an investment into the field of agriculture. To give details of the program, I request Dr. Malik Asif, the training coordinator of this program, to come on the please. Thank you, sir.
Under the opportunity guest of the Human Professor MS Agriculture, Agriculture Research SKUAST-K, fortunately my major advisor, who has also guided me in the Masters as well as PhD. Well, before I proceed further, I would tell you one thing. If I am here today, discussing what matters and science and all that, it is because of the hard efforts of a teacher like him. So please give him a hand. Worthy Dean of the Faculty, Professor Malik, respected heads of divisions from various divisions of this faculty, my colleagues and their trainees. A very good afternoon to all of you. Well, I'll be briefing very shortly. I'll be concluding about the training program, what this all is about actually. So once we submitted this proposal, so the intention was clear that we have to call the trainees to this program, who could gain maximum skill for just generating some employment for their own purposes and for other people. So purpose was actually that they could motivate, graduates, talented graduates like you people, and, could attract people like you to a field which is very popular nowadays, that is organic agriculture. Basically, the main purpose and aim of this training program, in my opinion, is you are generating employment, you provide sustenance to other people, no doubt. But the aim here is you are actually promoting the concept of organic agriculture and natural farming. This is what the Europe and other countries, they have understood very long back. Now we are actually, following their path, right? So if you see the story of this organic agriculture and natural farming, my teacher would be putting some light on that also, and Professor Rahmanaji also, she will be talking. But if you see, there is a story or background behind this type of farming actually. You go to a market and see people standing in long queues in front of medical establishments. Sometimes there is a news that there is multi-organ failure, right? Basically, we don't have access to safe food. And in my opinion, access to safe food should be the fundamental right of an individual. What we are consuming is trash, isn't it? Full of contamination, chemicals, you are putting a lot of pesticides and chemicals inside soil, then you take them as residues. Then there is, a story in the media that there is multi-organ failure, right? So, वो मेडिकल बिल जो आजकल अगर आप देखेंगे बहुत ज़्यादा आती है एक इंडिविजुअल को. You seem outside, you seem healthy, but there is trouble inside. So if you see the story of a country like India, it was in 1972 that India was the first country once it participated in Stockholm, I think it's Sweden, back in 1972. It was a conference on human environment actually. So, aim of the conference was just, protection and conservation of the environment, right? So, after coming back, after attending this conference, they actually brought some, immediate legislation in the Constitution of India, environmental legislation, through amendment of 42nd article. Two important articles were brought in the form of 48A and 51AG. Main aim of the articles was, just to have some compassion and love for your environment. We say, natural resources are nothing like anything. But at the same time, we must realize that soil is also a natural resource, right? And inside soil, we say it's a living concept. You have some game changers like, these beneficial microorganisms in the form of bacteria, fungi, actinomyces, and so on and so forth. But who cares actually? These microbes are disappearing nowadays because of the heavy influx of these synthetic chemicals. Now the time has come, we have established some artificial laboratories in the form of biogas plants, biogas plants. We are now preparing them, putting a lot of pressure on the state exchange. We are, getting chemicals, these medias. And here is actually, they were previously existing in the soil, but their population has declined altogether, right? Now, we are actually, mass multiplying them and putting them back to the soil. But you should also know the reason why it is disappearing. That's the reason, probably. We say we should switch over to, traditional farming, which our, forefathers are practicing, isn't it? It was safe agriculture. No doubt, your production was a bit, low, but nobody was dying. Even if you see today, nobody in India is dying of hunger. It is producing enough, right? But you have to see the, the excess, whether we are consuming something good or wrong, isn't it? If you go to Punjab, you see that there is hard pan formation. Water table is depleting. There is outbreak of new pests and diseases. Climate change is that we should believe that it is a reality, it is not a myth. We have to be very smart, graduates like you, very talented graduates. We want to impart some skills and entrepreneurship. जिसके through आप जो है, you will go to your localities, and your areas or catchments. you will motivate yourself and others so that they can come together and switch over to organic farming. And this is one important component which we are actually we're going to discuss during the, these 7 days. Well, so far as training course is concerned, this is funded by MSME New Delhi, Government of India sponsored. We have funding of 10 lakh rupees for this. Once we were actually screening the application of these applicants, we got more than 200 applications, and we could successfully select only 25 because there are some tough regulation and guidelines which we need to follow. So उसमें हमने diversity maintain की है. We have taken candidates from different districts. We have some candidates in this gathering. Like we have a guy from this UK market, he's a managing director, doing a wonderful job in the field. Because he's enjoying very strong review. He was recently a part of G20. So I can proudly say that I was the person who has trained him. Not me, my organization, the faculty, dean, everyone is involved. So he is doing a wonderful. There are so many other graduates doing this sincere job. So far as this training is concerned, we will be having some lectures from eminent speakers. Apart from the lectures, we will be having some field trips so that there is real exposure of the trainees. And we have some successful growers who could motivate you, isn't it? Then, if you talk about the food and watching body, you will have to free will try. So which hope you will enjoy during this 7 days stay in this faculty. I wish you all the best for this program. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a great information about the event. Dear listeners, our faculty is under the leadership of a determined woman. She has always valued and welcomed ideas and thoughts, and has been the biggest support for all-round development of Faculty of Agriculture. I request our guest of honor and the Dean Faculty of Agriculture, Dr. Rehana Habib, ma'am, to come on the stage for our words of wisdom. A huge round of applause for our lady.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's my pleasure to have 2 programs sponsored by Ministry of Small and Medium Enterprises today, MSME, and both from the Division of Basic Sciences. Professor Zadar sir is one of the most ideal person that had to be called for this training program. Because he has been associated with characterization and isolation of all these microbes, whether they are phosphorus solubilizing or zinc solubilizing from the temperate region of Kashmir Valley and as well as from the cold zone of Ladakh. I welcome you, sir, to this program, and when it came to us that we have this program, and the first name and the only name that comes in the mind is of Dr. Zadar. He is a renowned scientist and has an agile index of more than 20, around about 20, with whole of his life working on the microbes, isolating them, characterizing them, and then he was the pioneer in getting microbes in a liquid form, which are called as Shalimar microbes. And he established the microbiology and the plant laboratory in Wadura, and he has contributed a lot. His whole life has been associated with manufacture or isolation, characterization of these microbes, and how it can reach to the common user. That was the biggest achievement that our university has achieved under his leadership. Otherwise, you cannot see whenever you are using any microbe, it should be from the local strains, so that they will survive. So, but we didn't have that much work done, but it is under the leadership of Dr. Zadar that now we are able to isolate them, characterize them, then sell them to the, give them to the consumer in a very user-friendly way. And it has, there's a lot of demand for plasma microbes, and they reach to each corner of the valley. I get a lot of demand phones that we want. So you can very rightly call him as a microbe man. And his hard work was even noted by the ICR, and that way he got Professor Emeritus. And his project has just concluded, so that's why we have called him as now the chief guest, because we want his blessings, we want him to be with us around, to be guiding us again and again, because a man of that expertise is not easily available. So, sir, we request you again and again that you will be sharing your experience, all your expertise with our trainees, and the trainees who are really interested in starting the organic farming or any component of it, let's say vermicomposting. So you need some technical guidance, and sir is available in addition to the staff that Dr. Asif, Dr. Zoor, Dr. Mushtaq Ah, who are working here, or Dr. Sajad. In addition to that, you can easily access Dr. Malik sir. So that is one of the objectives we call him here, so that the linkage who is not knowing him. For example, we have people from the outside valley, or we have people who from outside SKUAST. So they are not knowing him. Huh? So but today it is a linkage for you with him and Dr. Asif and Dr. Mushtaq and all. So sir, I welcome you here, and I think this was the first name that came to our mind when Dr. Asif said that I have inauguration of this and who we are going to call. Because the sir was not 16 September from onwards, he is not with us. So that's why we found it very best option to call him, so that the linkage with you people is linked with him. Then we have another training that is dairy farming as a profitable venture by enhancing their skills. You know, these days, both of these trainings are the trending things. Vermicomposting is a trending thing because everybody wants to convert natural farming to organic farming, especially for leafy vegetables like spinach, kale, norcol, cabbage. Very less urea or chemical fertilizer should be applied, very less. Because what happens, the nitrates get accumulated in the stems and the leaves. So it is better to raise these leafy vegetables in organic way. So this is a trend now. People want more of vermicompost. And what they are getting? They are not getting good quality vermicompost. They are not getting good quality vermicompost because we see in the market that is not even the vermicompost. I don't know what the dealers are selling in the name of vermicompost. But they are selling people for gardens, for their backyard garden, kitchen garden, or for their flowers. They are buying those green manure, vermicompost, but nobody knows what is actually there. So what is the demand is that we should have our own local vermicompost. Own local, which we can certify, which we can see, and we can give a certificate, and by that the branding will be there and good marketing will be there. Because market is available, people are demanding for it. So what we want is that we should have our own units, large number of units, so that the supply is given by the local entrepreneurs only. So this is one of the important things that is trending in organic farming. And the other thing that is trending is dairy. You will see many engineers who have come from Punjab or from other Rajasthan and all, did not find jobs here. They have started their dairy farms. In Srinagar, we are getting milk in glass bottles, and that is the two engineers from IUSC, they have done it. In Bandipora, at least Bandipora also two engineers have started their dairy farms. Because what they have done is that they have seen the demand. The demand for milk is, for pure milk is more, because I live in Peel Park, and what we get supply is milk from Wadura. And when the economic person did a survey, he said the highest volume or quantity of milk, powdered milk, is bought by Burger. So what they do is they buy the skimmed milk or the powdered milk, they add water to it, and then they sell it to us as dairy milk, as this fresh milk. So that is the tragedy. So how we have to overcome is that we should have our own dairy farms, and very easily we can have it and take care of them. And we have HADP project. In HADP project also there are a lot of schemes which I think Dr. He may be calling him, the PI of the HADP project. He may be calling, the coordinator may be calling him for the lecture, and he will tell how many schemes are there. Now you must be seeing somewhere, even here also on this road also, do you have ever seen a refrigerator van for milk, a tank? So that means we are progressing towards it. When 1 or 2 dairy people can buy this van or this truck, we also can buy. We also can have 10 to 15 cows in our own home. Doesn't need much. And then there is some problems around the fodder production. And in HADP we have a project on that also. So that means the convergence of these projects are with the ideas, dairy needs around the fodder production, and so there is another project on around the fodder production. Because we know the constraints. We know the constraints, what are the constraints in organic composting. They have been addressed in the HADP project by alternate agriculture. Then we know that we have to improve our dairy sector, and what are the constraints. The work has been done, and then another project has been made for around the fodder production. Similarly, then we understand that there is a problem in marketing. So another HADP project is on marketing of agricultural produce. Agricultural allied produce, that is also probably the milk. So all these have convergence. So every person has to have a dairy farm. He should be knowing about the other 28 HADP projects. So from which project I will get benefited. So if I am going to have a dairy, so in another project they are giving the vans at subsidy, the freezer vans, or they are giving, for every project they have capped freezer vans or cold storage, because we have a project on cold storage, marketing chain, then cold chain. So for cold chain, even the fisher people in one of the projects of fishing, they have kept freezer boxes so that the fisherman can take their fish in a freezer box. Then shelf life is not a constraint when you have a freezer box. So that way all the 29 projects of HADP are interlinked, and I request you all to go through them. Then how I can get benefited. So maybe in vermicompost directly in the alternate agriculture project, or maybe you don't have the raw material. So in another project you can get the raw material. So what I need to say here is that the university has been lucky enough to get 550 MSMEs, but it doesn't have to be confined to the training program only. The first objective is awareness of that very skill. The second is getting the hands-on training, and you are getting hands-on training on that skill, whatever it is, and you are upgrading your skills. The third is the connection. The connection that in this training program you will have, the connections with the persons who are dealing with the funding, or who are dealing with the expenditure or equipments, whatever is needed in your venture. So I would request you all to be very attentive in these 7 days and be very inquisitive. It is not necessary that a teacher who is teaching or giving lecture on one commodity only, you can ask him about other, or can ask the coordinator while I can get the information about the other thing. Because this is the time when you can interact. You will not get another time for such interaction. So take the benefit of it. For 7 days you are here. If you have a query for food sciences, for vegetable sciences, for genetics groundbreaking, you would like to know in addition what are the varieties released, because it's not necessary that you will be having only a only composting unit. Maybe you are having parallel also. How you will increase the yield in your field, or you want to know more about mechanization, or you want to know about plant diseases or pests. So all these divisions are available here. Anthropology, pathology, food sciences, vegetable sciences, then we have physiology, we have agronomy, plant breeding. So now that you are in the campus, the people who are not from our campus, I'm telling you that all these divisions are there and you can use the expertise of our scientists, of our HODs, of our divisions. You can visit the labs because it's once in a lifetime opportunity that you are here. And you have to strengthen the bonds. You have to strengthen the bonds as you are with farming, and this is the farm university, and this is the college who is dealing with the farming. Because Shalimar doesn't have agriculture, this is the agriculture faculty. So please take full benefit of yourself being here. Move around after 4:30 or 5:30, move around in the campus and see what's being done and how it has been done. Is there anything new which you can adopt? So that is one of our objectives, to have the footfalls here, to have the people the knowledge and information about your campus, about your technologies, about what the research is being done. So that is the objective of one more objective in addition to your skills, in addition to your awareness. It is to have the knowledge, information and the linkages with us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ram. You always bless us with your words of wisdom, and that's always best for all of us. What is research but a blind date with knowledge? Indeed. Research is to see what everybody else has seen and to think what nobody else has thought. And indeed, scientific research is one of the most exciting and rewarding of occupations. It's time to hear from our chief guest, Professor M.Y. the former Director of Research, SKUAST-K. Over to you, sir, for
Good afternoon, everybody. Assalamu alaikum. Madam Dean, the Director Dean, I should say, because I remember once she was selected as Professor of Agronomy and Tej Pratapji was Vice Chancellor. I asked him, whom have you selected as the Professor of Agronomy? She said, मैंने आपको शेरनी भेजी है वहाँ पर. So, all of you should know that she is a Sherni and she is doing very well with her job. And I hope she'll continue doing very effectively in this campus. And actually, Professor Mushtaq Sahab, Ali Anwar Sahab, Mantu Sahab, Sajad Sahab and Dr. Asif Sahab, my student who has risen from he was just a kid that time when he was with me for MSc, then PhD, but now he is doing very well. I am proud of my students. He is one of the best students I ever had in my story. So today's program basically, first of all, I should thank you all that you have got me here on a very important occasion where I could interact with you people. I could give my opinion, expertise, whatever possible, because I'll tell you the story of organic composting, how it started in Kashmir, particularly the research part of it, because very few people will be knowing about it, how it started particularly. Very few people are knowing it. After that, many people came and they started doing vermicomposting. But you have forgotten how it started. You need not remember, but I just want to remind you that how it started. None of you must be knowing about it. Vermicomposting, I think it was during the time of Professor Ah Malik that I was associate professor in environment science at that time, and I had student Jahangir Khan. He was a degree from environment science and MSc student who is currently working as assistant professor in division of environment sciences, SKUAST-K. He was allowed to me. Professor called me in his chapter. He said, Dr. Sajad, why don't you start working on vermicomposting? Because we had visited one vermicompost unit in Badgaon area just 2 days back with Professor Malik. Only one unit which was being funded by some, I think, KVIC. KVIC had funded that unit. And we went here, we saw that person earning good sum from that particular vermicomposting unit. And we were fascinated to see that how it is being done, but he was not having any scientific background, scientific knowledge, which we tried to provide him every day. Then this idea came to Dr. Ah Malik. He said, Dr. Sajad, you start working on vermicomposting. I said, okay, sir, I will. I framed the objectives, I framed the technical program, then went to Professor Ah Malik with the technical program. Once he said, he also made some inclusions in that, and finally we had a thesis on an MSc in MSc Environment Sciences by Jahangir Khan. And it was basically on substrate utilization, that how much of agricultural produce culinary waste plus cow dung, which is a basic material required for vermicomposting. So we had many permutations and combinations, 50 plus 50, 75 plus 25. Ultimately we came up with a recommendation that this much of cow dung plus this much of agricultural waste, culinary waste or any other type of waste, biodegradable waste can be added, and then it can be degraded in the vermicomposting unit. So 2004, around 2004 I think, you asked how many MSc? You were together, same batch. So 2005, SKUAST started vermicomposting. It's 18 years back. आज मैं देखा हूँ vermicomposting के ऊपर इतना काम हुआ है SKUAST में. Almost every division is working on vermicomposting, and I am really happy to see that our vermicompost is the best possible vermicompost which is being sold in the market. I think now it is 50 rupees or less than that. 50 rupees per kg, whereas you will get vermicompost worth rupees 8 also, 10 also in the market, which is not a vermicompost. We have tested that. I have seen vermicompost units in Punjab also, everywhere I have seen vermicompost units. But the way our vermicompost is being produced, whether it is here or Shalimar or even Manas, I have seen, very meticulously are working on this. And this vermicompost is the best one. Now, question is that once you go to a farmer or any technical person, आपको एक question पूछा जाएगा, vermicompost कितना नाइट्रोजन देता है? Because ये calculate and learn the nitrogen, ठीक है? आपको 120 किलो नाइट्रोजन देना पड़ता है किसी क्रॉप में, 80 किलो देना पड़ता है किसी क्रॉप में, 100 किलो देना पड़ता है नाइट्रोजन, which is being compensated to यूरिया 46% नाइट्रोजन, उसकी ज़्यादा कैलकुलेट करना चाहिए कितने आएगा? आपको पूछा जाता है आपने vermicompost कितने टन डालने हैं so that you are compensating 100 kg of nitrogen? No. That your answer should be different, because you are not only giving vermicompost has at the most 1.5 to 2%. At the most, आप कितना भी कर लीजिए, उससे ज़्यादा नहीं होगा. Unless you add something which fortifies that, we will not allow you to fortify that with any chemical fertilizer or any biochemical means. अब आप उसमें वो करेंगे तो फिर उसका कोई मतलब नहीं है. Vermicompost is not only nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and some micronutrients and macronutrients or secondary nutrients. It has a wealth of microorganisms. आप उसमें microbes add करते हैं, farmer को दे रहे हैं with along microbes. The microbes which are having the capacity of mobilizing soil phosphorus, soil zinc, soil iron, and fixing atmospheric nitrogen. It's not only you are giving vermicompost as such is a very good material. उसमें से आपका जो roots का growth है, it will be very well done because the loose soil, good structured soil. लेकिन उसमें आप add क्या कर रहे हैं? And SKUAST has that privilege कि fortified the compost with microorganisms. So vermicomposting is a different subject. It should not be taken so easily that आपने वहाँ से कुछ लाया और उसको decompose कर दिया vermicompost के साथ, worms के साथ. It's not that only. It is a science in itself, and you have to take it in a scientific manner. आप सभी लोग graduates हैं, some of you are pursuing a post-graduation also. Some of you are already in the business, but you have to understand that vermicomposting has to be done technically, correctly, and scientifically, so that आपके vermicompost में वो क्या चीज़ है जो दूसरों में नहीं है. You should be able to project those. यहाँ आपको मार्केट में मिलेंगे. There are so many companies. एक कंपनी का नाम I don't remember. One is from South India. One company Simplex something like that. उसमें vermicompost आता था. We had to analyze that. I did not find any valuable cell in that, so we rejected that vermicompost long back when I was in the university. उसके बाद यहाँ से भी कई लोग आए, पंजाब से आए. And then one very important, this is very hard, when I was at research, one family came to me in Shalimar. So both of them were soil scientists. Both of them were soil scientists. And both of them were doing vermicomposting business. तो ये दिमाग में मुझे आता था कि मैं इनसे थोड़ा पूछूं कि कितना पैसा कमा लिया. तो आप कितना पैसा कमा लिया? They were supplying vermicompost in Kashmir. उन्होंने कहा we are annually earning 10 crores. 10 करोड़ रुपए वर्मीकम्पोस्ट को यहाँ पर प्रमोट करने के लिए उनको मिलते हैं. तो फिर मैंने अपनी जगह सोचा, आपके 10 करोड़ में 8-9 करोड़ तो मुझे बचूंगा कि हिस्सा होना चाहिए. Why don't they start it? Why should we get a vermicompost from outside? Vermicompost का अगर आप यहाँ कर सकते हैं, हमें बाहर से लाने की जरूरत है. And I tell you honestly, vermicompost is in demand everywhere. Anyway, that's one thing, and let me inform you one more thing that after we started vermicomposting here, through my students only, we worked on cold-tolerant worms. Because there was a problem during winters, particularly from November onwards up to February. 4 महीने में जो worms को भाग जाती है. There was a young lady, I don't know whether she is continuing that or not. She was having vermicomposting unit in Bargaon. Nusrat, I think her name was Nusrat. So she told me once, son, मेरे vermicomposting का एक बार देख लीजिए, यहाँ problem हो रही है, worms भाग रही हैं. So I went there, I saw literally that all worms were running away from the vermicompost, that tuff. मैंने कहा इसमें क्या बात है? It was minus temperature. Cement में building है, temperature minus है, तो कैसे रहेंगे वो वहाँ? So they were dying. So what we did as immediate relief was that we just had Bukharis in that region, and we covered the whole building with polythene so that there is warmth inside. Then they again visited their job, that is what we started doing. तो ये चीजें हमें ध्यान रखनी पड़ती हैं. इस चीज के लिए फिर हमने सोचा कि we should go for worms which are cold tolerant. यहाँ पर भी आप मिलेंगे cold tolerant. But we went to Ladakh. लद्दाख से हमने वर्म्स लाई, वहाँ पर भी कंपोस्टिंग होती है लद्दाख में वर्म्स के जरिए. वहाँ से वर्म्स लाई, they can withstand low temperature in Kashmir Valley. Icenia feta is one of the worms which is the most active species, which is also one of the species cold tolerant also. तो उसको हमने यहाँ पर rearing किया, आपकी यहीं पर यूनिट में हमने किया है. Asif will show you one day. And we reared that through our students only. There were 3-4 students who worked on vermicomposting. तो उन्होंने वहाँ से उसको प्रमोट किया, कल्चर को प्रमोट किया. Now we are able to undertake vermicomposting during winters, जो possible नहीं होता था पहले. Now we are doing it. Maybe it will take a bit of more time, but it will definitely be going on during winter months also. तो उसमें जो प्रोसीजर है, let me talk about just an outline of the procedure. आपका बेसिक मटेरियल जो है, that is cow dung, है ना? So the training program on vermicomposting along with dairy, it has a meaning because its substrate is from dairy unit. If you have a dairy unit, you must have a vermicomposting unit also. Dairy unit नहीं होगा तो जैसा आप घर में रखते हैं one animal or two animals. Dairy unit means at least 5-6 animals have to be there. जहाँ से good quantity में आपको cow dung मिलेगा. Then you can go for vermicomposting. Whosoever has done it afterwards, for the last 5-6 years, I have been advising them, if you have a dairy unit, you have a vermicompost unit also. One of the entrepreneur said to me that he is earning more from vermicomposting than from milk. So it has to be together. It's not, yes? Exactly. I have seen that vermicomposting unit has grown much more than any other component of the university. Manas Barna, I think, कम से कम 40-50 beds of vermicomposting beds. They can go there also if you have that activity or funds for that. You can take them to Manas Barna also. So dairy and vermicomposting, they have to go together. Then आप जैसा बादशाह को नहीं होगा, you will earn a lot. And once you are coming for this training program, yesterday also we had one training program on mushrooms. Very good training program was continued yesterday. लेकिन training programs का मतलब ये नहीं कि आप इसको किताब में रखो. You have learned about it, you are writing about it, you are just going to the getting a certificate should not be enough for you. Be job providers, not job seekers. I have the privilege of being a government employee and now as a private employee also, and I have seen what strength you have in the private sector. You can earn crores in a year in the private sector. Even if you have a small unit. Definitely, and I see that there are better opportunities in the private sector than in the government sector. Please don't ask for jobs to the people. Make such units which are self-sustainable and you can do jobs for others. Right? You should be providing jobs to others. And you have definitely the best possible opportunities once you learn from here. And vermicomposting, I have just started one vermicomposting unit. I'm also heading one of the schools here in we have just started a small vermicomposting unit without spending anything. कुछ नहीं हमने उसमें खर्च किया यहाँ पर आप देखिए सीमेंट यूनिट सब किया हुआ है. No need to go for concrete beds. We are starting with zero inputs. Zero inputs मतलब क्या है? जमीन पर ही vermicomposting करेंगे. Do you think that worms are not working? Worms are still working. अगर आपके पास कोई फाइल लगा हुआ है इसका गवर्नमेंट का, उसको खोलिए और अंदर देखिए worms are there. They are working. But we are facilitating vermicomposting. We are getting better species of worms which can efficiently convert your waste material into the productive material that is vermicompost or the final compost. So उसमें भी आपको जैसे sequence certificates क्या होनी चाहिए, which will be taught by the teachers here. First of all, you go for pre-decomposition. Very important because worms will be killed if you go directly for vermicomposting. Pre-decomposition is always bacterial or even some fungi can play a part in that or actinomyces. उसको आप 2-3 हफ्ते रख सकते हैं एक अलग ड्रम करके. Then you feed them the worms. That will be what you do. After that, seeding and all, and then guiding of all this vermicompost, and then even fortification if it is to be done. Fortification, then marketing. Marketing is very important for all of you. That I think we have some MBA person also here. Everybody offers a change. Somebody was MBA. MBA. Management academy. You are done? Management academy. Have you done management? Okay. I won't ask questions. I'm not concerned with that. But I just want to tell my kids that they should know that once you are producing a wonderful product, it has to be marketed. That is most important because I have seen once I was having a project in Ladakh. Government of Government Kashmir had asked Ladakh people, to produce organic potato. I went there and I saw they were throwing potatoes. Sir, there is no market. Today has come government gave us these reports and told us that you produce potato. We will come and we will look at this as a market. This is absolutely. Organic potato, if normal potato will cost you 50 rupees kg, organic will cost more than 100 rupees per kg. People are there. There are people who will purchase that. They will save food. They don't want to feed their bellies. They want to have the very safe food also. So, unless there is a proper channel of marketing, things will not run properly. So, we are lucky to have wonderful vice chancellor and dynamic vice chancellor in the university who really knows that how these things have to be promoted in the market. एक तो आपका जो भी यहाँ प्रोड्यूस हो रहा है उसकी प्रमोशन कैसे होगी, those things are very important. So all these things, and I would like to say that both these training programs, all the participants of the training programs, kindly take advantage of the faculty here. Very wonderful faculty, जो lectures आपको दे देंगे, जो आपको सिखाएंगे, wonderful state of art facilities. You will learn everything here, and try to learn that how we will establish units. आप ये मत सोचिए कि किताब लगी, इसको establish कर लीजिए. Then see that you will definitely have a better tomorrow, and you will mushroom the known name mushrooms. He is a job provider now. He was just started 15 years back. Now he is providing jobs, and he is a big name in the government offices. So आप भी उसी तरह से काम कीजिए, सीखिए. जहाँ पर भी आपकी प्रॉब्लम है, people are here. If you need my services, my number will be given to you. Anytime you can call me and have any information from me or any help from me. That's all I have from my side. So thank you very much once again, and all the best for the program.
Thank you so much, sir. Knowledge is a treasure of wise men, and indeed you are epitome of knowledge, sir. Today is the opportunity to build the tomorrow you want. The team here definitely is going to make this program a success. A team is not a group of people that just work together. A team is a group of people that trust, work and achieve together. For a formal vote of thanks, I would like to call Dr. Sajad Ah Bhat, Associate Professor, Division of Basic Science and Humanities, here.
Honorable Chief Guest, distinguished guest of honor, Dean Professor Malik Asif, respected heads of the departments, esteemed scientists, valued participants, members of the media and dear students. Good afternoon to all and Assalamu alaikum. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to each one of you for gracing the inaugural function of these two training programs which are of 7-hourly duration. One is on working on post technology and another is on dairy farming. As you just heard, that both of these programs are interrelated, and I want to tell the audience that we recently, sir, concluded one of the programs which is also related to this. As Madam alluded to that, our 6-week training program on hydroponic water production. That is also interconnected with this. Your presence has added immense value and significance to this event. We are deeply honored by the presence of our chief guest, Professor M.Y. Zargar sir, and I here want to add a few points before I proceed with vote of thanks, that I have personal association with sir. It's my honor to stand in front of sir here because he was our teacher when I was a UG student here, and after that when I was appointed here as assistant professor, after that we worked under him, he was associate dean here, and then also as under him as a director of research. Sir, it's my great honor to stand in front of you, sir. And also our guest of honor, Professor Rehana Habib Khan, who is really a very nice human being and very vibrant being, always there to encourage us and support us. In spite of she was in the field doing some very important work, and she came here in spite of that, and she is always there to support. Thank you very much. And so we are deeply honored by the presence of our chief guests and guests of honor, whose wisdom and experience has illuminated this occasion. Your insightful words have inspired us all and set the tone for an enriching week ahead. I would like to express our sincere appreciation to the heads of the departments for their continuous support and guidance, particularly to our respected head, Professor Mushtaq sir, and who was also my teacher during my UG here. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. To the esteemed scientists from various divisions, your expertise and knowledge has been a beacon of enlightenment to all of us in your respective fields. Your contribution is highly acknowledged in your respective fields. A special thanks goes out to the enthusiastic participants
whose presence here reflects a commitment to learning and a dedication to sustainable practices. Your active engagement is the cornerstone of success of these training programs. We are also grateful to the members of the media for their coverage, which help us to reach a wider audience and spread awareness about these important topics. With love to our students who have joined us today, your curiosity and interest in this subject matter are truly commendable. We hope that this will incite this curiosity in you to learn more about these topics. Above all these things, as you can see in the banners also, I would like to put on record our thankfulness to our esteemed and honorable Vice Chancellor sir, who is the chief patron of these programs, and to our the patron of these programs, current Director of Research and Director of Planning and Marketing, Professor Harun Rashid sir, and also here you can see once again the co-patron of these programs is our respected Dean ma'am. We put on record our thankfulness to them for providing all their support and our other logistics for successful conducting of these programs. Without taking much of your time, once again thank you all for being a part of this momentous occasion. We look forward for a week of productive learning and collaboration. Thank you once again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. This is not the end, a little step maybe the beginning of a great journey. This is going to be a great journey for 7 days. I request all the dignitaries and trainees together for a group photo, then have a great day at class. Thank you.
Remote